My appetite for drugs started during the year of opium. In San Francisco, 1864. It was pretty much everywhere. Laudanum, patent medicines, opium dens. And of course in my favorite place, blood. I don't mean to be superficial, but deep down I'm only attracted to innate or better. Add some opium, cocaine or my latest favorite, pink romance. And I'm in love for a night. Mei Ling. Before the Kuei-jin demons came to Chinatown, it was a delightful place for kindred. It wasn't so great if you were Chinese and female. If you were lucky, you might work in a brothel, but most of these girls lived and worked locked in cribs. These cribs were in the rat-infested section of Chinatown. The conditions were horrific. When a girl aged out at 19, or got sick, she would be retired, which is a fancy way to say a vampire would drain her. I never did that. Never went to the cribs. I only went to the high-class brothels in beautiful Victorian mansions. The Chinese slave trade lasted into the 1920s. Mei Ling's mother was rescued from a crib by Donaldina Cameron, a courageous woman who headed up the Presbyterian Rescue Mission. I met Mei Ling in an opium den in Chinatown around 1943. She was exquisitely beautiful and elegant. We had chemistry. I fell in love before I even tasted her. Once I had tasted her, it was all over. I wanted her in a way I never wanted anyone before. We were both high on opium and I revealed that I was a vampire and I wanted her to be my ghoul wife. I told her that as a ghoul she would be desperately in love with me and want to please me in every way. She said she wanted that more than anything, and having perfect health and staying young indefinitely were great benefits. And so, I ghouled her. It didn't turn out the way we'd planned. First off, I became obsessed with her, and making her happy. I gave her the better half of my fortune. The more I gave her, the more she resented me. She became irritable. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't please her. She began to boss me around. I started addressing her, "Mother, may I?" The meaner she became, the more I loved her. One day she told me she hated what I turned her into. She was happy being a ghoul, and having her own wealth. And she definitely wanted to keep that going. But the way she saw me had changed. She looked down on me. She had lost all respect and wanted me out of her life, except one day a month, she wanted my blood. And I loved her so much, I gladly give it. I have an image to uphold. I'm the devil may care libertine, seeking new blood pleasures. I'm ashamed that I couldn't make a proper ghoul. That my own ghoul doesn't want me, and I would do anything for her.
I was born in San Francisco's Chinatown, to my mother, a pregnant sex slave, who had been rescued by Donaldina Cameron in 1923. I met Avogadro, in an opium den, in the 1940s. There was an intense mutual attraction. I remember, we went into a private room together. And I thought it strange that he gave me opium but didn't smoke at all. Instead, I smoked, and he nibbled my neck. I now know that when he nibbled my neck, he drank my blood, and got high on the opium I smoked. He proceeded to confess that he wanted to marry me. I was very attracted to him. We would meet clandestinely, at the opium den, every night, over the next 2 weeks. He didn't try to have sex with me, yet, there was this intense sensual attraction, and arousal. He told me, he had a way we could be together, forever. He claimed he was an immortal, and could extend my life indefinitely. I laughed. He took a knife and cut his wrist. An artery spurted blood. He licked his wrist, and the wound instantly healed. I thought it was some kind of trick. He asked me if I loved him, like he loved me, and I was surprised at how quickly I answered, I did. He said he was a vampire, and showed me his fangs. He said if I drank his blood 3 times, and then once a month after that, I would never age or be sick. And that we could be together forever. He warned me that my feelings for him would become more intense, and I would want to please him in every way. In that moment, being with him forever, and making him happy, was truly my heart's desire. I agreed to drink his blood and become his wife. Only, things didn't go the way he said they would. Oh, I haven't aged, nor have I been sick, since I drank his blood. However, as soon as I was transformed, my passion for him died. Conversely, his passion for me increased. He gave me most of his money, which I invested wisely. And I tried my best to be gracious, kind, and grateful to him. But the more he groveled before me, the more I despised him for being so weak. Somehow, I hated him for loving me. The more he tried to please me, the more mean and resentful I became. I hated the way I felt towards him, and I hated the way I treated him. And yet, there was still this great love for him. I know it doesn't make sense, that I love him yet despise him. He doesn't deserve to be treated so poorly, and I can't help being cruel to him. So I send him away, only to return once a month, so I can drink his blood, and continue my life.